Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. I'm the Serious Strategy Game, and we are returning to Rook State Revolution. We're returning to the Republic of Benji. So let's see what is going to go ahead over here. So we have started out our first term here, and we have been building a couple of things. Our next task here is to build a plastic factory and a manufacturing plant. And the idea here is to get into the processed food supply chain. We are currently, of course, producing oil. We are producing some agriculture or some food stuff, I guess. So what we can do now is we can create a plastics factory and a manufacturing plant to get all of these things together. So yeah, let's think about how we're going to do that. So we've got the central province of Banifa over here. We've got an oil factory. We've also got an oil factory in Kharif. So these would be kind of natural areas where we could build that up. Now, one of the things that I'm noticing is that in Kharif here, the environment rating isn't necessarily great. So we might ultimately want to improve a little bit on that. And I do think we would also like to get a road network here. But that might indicate that currently we shouldn't really want to build any big industrial facility there. On the other hand, you have got quite a number of workers that could be used over here. I think it's also one of the ethnic minorities regions that we've got. Your approval rating seems to be kind of okay, so you know what? I do think that what we want to do over here is we will build the plastics factory up over here. It is going to be connected to this area. Probably I don't want to build it right over there. Let's actually build it a little bit off desert or hills. It doesn't need to be connected to any city, so I'm guessing we can actually go for the attractiveness lens over here. And that does seem to be okay. You know what? In that case, let's build it up over here. It's going to be connected right to the road, and it should have access over here. We're going to build a road network as well. Ooh, I didn't know that it is going to pass through that, but should be okay. Right, so you are going to right now build or take the oil, and you're going to convert it into plastic. So that should be useful over here as we are building up our economy, but is it going to be enough? Because we also need a manufacturing plant. We're going to turn over to the next turn over here. Some civilians are going to go and walk someplace where we did send them. That's going to be alright.
Thankfully, we already have extra oil that we're exporting.
Yes, we know. So yeah, let's set up the plastics manufacturing yard. And I'm guessing we could use that in the green province here. Now, there is some area here which ultimately, well, on the other hand, we did build up the national park here, so maybe that's not the best area here. Might be touristy region later on. So, you know what, let's actually build the manufacturing plant. There we go. Then in our capital province here, which I think is going to be useful because we're going to get that stuff from up here. It's going to be a relatively easy route. We do need to build it adjacent to a city, so let's get down here. I think that is going to be a good area for that to be placed. And you should be producing processed food.
Any food or processed food purchased by our citizens or by other countries is
as important as our economy is. You might also want to consider as a longer-term goal, try.
And finally, keep an eye on your worker count.
Yeah,
Immigrants are valuable.
I think that's quite clear.
I think we've bombarded our glorious leader with enough information.
Yes, indeed you have. So what we want to do here is we want to produce... What? No. We want to produce 80 processed food. I'm not sure how much we're going to produce at this moment. We are using some of the foodstuffs that we've got to export that, basically. So I think it would be useful to build a couple of more things where we can produce some foodstuffs, and I think just generally being close to the water is going to be a good idea to do that. So yeah, let's go ahead and build a little bit more in terms of these fields over here, which we probably want to place somewhere where we currently have a lot of jobs open. It might actually be in this region up here. I don't think they are that hurtful to the environment, so I think this is going to be a nice choice over here. And I do think you are connected. You might be connected via this field over here. So yeah, I do think that might be useful. And it could very well be. Let's move up all of these people here so that they can ultimately reduce the corruption in some of these areas that we are facing over here. That's going to be alright. How about the surveyor? Where's your location? You are actually at the location where we want to find out something. Ooh, and look at that. We are finding more oil here. Now that's an interesting find. There's something down there. There could be something over here. But we don't know. Let's actually get you over there. Let's try to leg it. Yeah, we can spend another action point here to actually move you a little bit faster, which we are going to do. And then you should be moving. Shouldn't you? No, there we go. Now go ahead and move. It is turning night. That is a nice and interesting feature. We don't have any other action here, so let's turn it over.
These numbers represent civilian and military.
Yes, got it. Our military units are currently not moving anywhere, but I don't think they need to, so let's actually see what we are getting over here. Oh, this is, I think, our first event here. That is quite an interesting one. So, the good news is that the real estate market in Banifar is booming. The only problem is most of the property is being purchased by wealthy foreigners, and they're driving the local population out of these high-value areas. So, kind of a gentrification. We can increase the prosperity, useful, immigrant approval, useful, but our own population approval would go down, so that's not necessarily great. Neither is our main ethnic minority going to be that happy for that. We could receive quite a bit more money, 48 money. That would not be that bad, but immigrant approval would go down. Or we could increase our total approval. I don't know how many immigrants we have, but for the moment, I think we're going to try to increase the approval of... So what was that about the infantry brigade here?
Excellency?
Not sure what you're doing there. But I guess it's fine. Alright, let's take the surveyor. Let's find out whether we've got another thing over here. When we do, we've got bauxite, so that could be used in aluminium, I think. For household appliances? Yes, for household appliances. Not so much for processed food, but it could be used for consumer electronics. Now, we don't really have the other stuff that is required for that, so let's try to find out what else is going on here. Let's also check on how much food we are currently producing. Yeah, I think we are indeed producing exactly 80 food now, so that is good. We're also exporting a little bit, and we are still... Well, I mean, we are pretty much using everything that we've got now, so I don't think we need to destroy another UN camp for now. We might instead want to produce more food, actually. We are exporting a little bit. 27 are being exported, 110 is being sent to our factories, and 80 are sent to that manufacturing plant. That's good. And let's also take a look here at the infrastructure, but everything seems to be working out fine there, so that's not a big concern. So I think we might actually want to try to increase the approval rating here a little bit, because especially in this province here, especially health is incredibly low. So I think what we could try to do is in the province of Sabah actually build a hospital of some sort. It's going to cost us money, it is going to cost us quite a bit more power, we need to be careful about that, and it is going to take a lot of jobs actually. 6 jobs, but health axes would go up dramatically. Interesting. We could also of course try to review our budget and just spend more on health in that province. But I think it's so far behind that it might actually make sense to build the hospital itself. So let's try to do that. We are going to build it, I guess, over here. Doesn't really matter where, I guess, as long as it's next to the city of Al-Hassa. Yeah, that does indeed improve health services, at least somewhat. I would have expected that to go up by 2 points, but maybe it's going to take a while to really get there. Don't know about that. Let's also move all of these people here.
Yes.
So you can and should, I think, try to get rid of the corruption.
Yes.
Let's try to get rid of in both of these places here at the same time. Let's try to go over there. That should be a-okay. And then the surveyor is over here. Well, we do want to send him over there a little bit more. And I'm guessing we do want to build more agricultural fields. Now, we've got the most people still ready in... I don't think we are building enough down here. Let's try to build something over there at the lake. I guess that's a good location. Yeah, but at this point we have all of the power. We are using all of the power that we can, so we do need to be slightly mindful about that. Yeah, we might try to build... I think for now we can only go for either a nuclear reactor or actually a proper oil factory burning one. Oil burning one. Not sure. Well,
Excellency.
for now, let's give you another movement point here. Get you a little bit closer to that thing, because we want to know what we can develop ultimately. And I guess we got another unit, didn't we? Oh yeah, we got one unit here. So that was a bonus thing there from the objective. Can I ask you to patrol around or do something like that? I don't think I can. But I am going to pull you a little bit more in this direction here. Should be okay. And I think one of the other things that we are missing... Ooh, nice. So do we want to go for religious or secular approval? Let's go for secular. I think we are lagging behind a little bit more there. So that's a good event there. Happy about that. We do also have a little bit of intelligence. We are earning money, so that is all looking good. And we can apply or appoint a new minister. Let's actually check on that. So we could go for international affairs, and I'm a little bit hopeful. We could also think about justice or citizenship. It is going to cost us some money, but I think, you know what, let's go for justice, I think. I'm trying to establish something here for a long time. Yeah, well, we only have one chance to pick someone over here, so we are going to pick you. And let's think about our policies here. We can go... You know what? I think we can go to bureaucratic policing. That is going to cost us some money, but it is going to strengthen the rule of law, and it is also going to strengthen public safety, which I think is generally a good idea. So let's actually do that. Yeah, let's proceed here. Anything we want to pick up here? Soft drugs. Well, the Conservatives wouldn't like it, but sort of everything else would be okay. Percentage approval and... Yeah, let's try that. That just seems to be universally good. Could go for fair instead of fast justice. You know what? I think this does bring up public safety by 1 tick, right? So... This would bring up rule of law by 3 ticks. It is going to cost us a lot of money, though, to go for fair policies here. It would cost us a lot of money. But your ministry operates with 0 cost, so I think that might actually be a lot better here for us. You know what? Let's go for it. It's going to reduce public safety, but strengthen the rule of law by quite a bit, and I think that can only be a good thing. So yeah, happy about that. Anything else we want to change down here? Well, prosperity would suffer from this. I don't think I like that idea. This would cost a lot of money here. We are currently earning a little bit of a surplus, but it's not that exciting that we can go all in spending stuff here. So 16, that's a little bit over the top, I think. Anything over here? Well, public safety. No, I don't think I want to reduce that further. Prioritize cars, rural approval. Increases traffic congestion. Don't think I like that. Rural approval would go down. Anything over here? No, I think that's good. Rigid rule of law or international security. Liberal approval. You know what? Let's go for all in rule of law. I think that's a generally good idea here. And up over here we can't do anything because we have used all of our points there. But that is going to be alright. Let's see what we can do in the next term over here, as we are using all of these guys to go places. That's okay. Ooh, excellency. Certain extreme liberals and fundamentalists are urging families to not get their children vaccinated. Oh, really? Really? They're citing fraudulent studies and selective endorsement of pseudonymous. Jesus. Do you want to forcibly immunize them? That does have some possible repercussions, but they are not guaranteed. Or do we want to fund an education campaign? It is going to increase education. You know what? I think that's a good idea. It is going to cost us some money, but I do like the idea of increasing education across the board, actually. And we do have the money, so yeah, let's do spend it. We are looking at some power struggles here. Why is that, actually? Well, I'm guessing that the power plant here, you can't have corruption, right? So it must be that you don't have enough oil, I'm guessing. So let's try to reduce the purge the corruption here. That's nice. There's nothing further down here. Let's have you get over here. And then what we're going to do is we're going to check whatever that is. It's even more oil. It's a lot of oil. Right, and then I guess we can get over there. Or at least start sending over there. Yeah, let's try to get over there. It's going to take you a while to do that. But I think it's going to be good and okay. And we can expedite you so that you're a little bit faster. Ah, interesting. Okay. Yeah, let's get you faster. Let's get you over there faster. Right. And then we need to think about where our bureaucrat can go to burn off a little bit more corruption. I basically think it's going to be these areas down here. Yeah, so let's try to get you there.
I go right away.
And that's going to be alright. Good. We do have a lot of infantry left. We do have some power left. We probably will need another power plant. I think there's basically no way around that. How's the traffic looking? Well, traffic seems to be okay for now. I don't think we need to increase anything. Seems to be quite smooth, actually. So, yeah, I think it's going to be alright. Right, so in that case, yeah, let's simply keep on constructing some things. I think an intelligence agency might be useful. But, frankly, I do think the power plant is going to be the most important thing here. So let's start by building that out over here. It's not ideally placed, it's not very close to any of the oil here, but still I think it's going to be a good idea to build it like that. Does that already change traffic patterns? I don't think it does. This road here might be an interesting one to keep an eye on. Right. We could, of course, build more of the oil factories up. You are struggling a little bit environmentally, though, so I'm a little bit reluctant to do that too much. We could, of course, triple the... Yeah, that would just increase the operating expenses by a lot, not give us that much more power, so I think that's not what we're going to do. Instead, what we might want to do then is... well, firstly, let's take a look here. You're sending 136. Yeah, I think we can get rid of some of the UN trucks, UN camps actually. That should give us a little bit more money. And you're also reducing stuff here, right? So if we get rid of you, that should only do positive things for us. We don't want to go overboard on that, so I think it's going to be alright. Yeah, and we do have one more action point because we have 5 ministers here. So if that's the case, let's start by building the intelligence agency. In principle, we can build that anywhere, but I guess sort of our capital region does make some sense. So let's build it over there in Sanaa. Not quite the capital, but close to it.
In addition to improving regional public safety, the intelligence agency allows you to spend that intelligence on spies. Spies are specially designed to find
Right, if that's the case, I would like to do that, but we don't have any action point, so let's go to the next turn over here and see what we can do to do that. Ooh, we've got more options here. One more loyalty for military units, that's useful. Or we could spend some money to potentially increase entertainment, or likely increase, and potentially does some... You know what? We're going to do that. We are going to get the entertainment. That is good. Yeah, across the board, that's very lovely. And we've got the first task over here by Adon Bijal. I need your assistance raising our approval with conservative citizens in Sabah. So that is which one? The line one. Okay, we're going to try to see that, whether we can do that. That would improve your loyalty. And you've done the educational impact surveys. So we can run them. Which does cost us some money, but I think it does improve environmental rating by a lot. And our environment really at this point is struggling by quite a bit. So yeah, let's try to do that. Relations with China and environment. Yeah, you know what? I think we're going to research that. That is going to be alright. And you have done these super nodes. Let's do enable that because I do want more money. It might have some repercussions, but we don't know about them yet. So let's try to find out. Urban approval? Well, I do think the health care is an issue right now. So let's try to proceed by developing that. How's our approval looking with all of these people? Relatively good, except for Karim over here. And that's probably because you are conservative and we are not doing much for you there. Also, I'm still very concerned about the environment here. We will see. Right, let's grab our intelligence agency here, and I'm guessing do train intelligence service. That is going to improve public safety. Or try to get some money. No. Let's try to train an officer here. And you're telling us that it's very likely that there's some kind of insurgency going on there. So let's try to send out people there and basically try to neutralize any threat that we might be facing over there. You're a little bit behind, so I think I would like to give you a boost here.
Excellency.
Let's actually grab you and expedite you. And then everyone can go ahead and do their thing. Yeah, you're going to move a little bit faster, a little bit over that, so that is going to be useful. I'm not sure what you do need to do exactly, specifically, but I'm guessing we can send you over there in that direction too. And that should be helpful to get rid of the BLF encampment. Oh! It's over there?
Yes.
Really? Question is it going to do anything against the surveyor here? I don't know. We're going to find out, I guess. I don't think we can build that much more. But what we can probably do is decrease the funding here of the environment a little bit, because that seems to be a little bit on the high side. And on the other hand, we might want to increase it in some of these other spaces. So at least over here, I think we can just reallocate some of the funds here. Basically spend a little bit more on sort of all of these small stuff things that are kind of helpful. Yeah, I think subsidies also would make some sense, at least over here and here. Healthcare seems to be low over here, so let's do increase that. It's also kind of lowish in Sabah, but we are spending much on that already. Public safety is kind of okay across the board, so I don't think we need to improve that too much. Yeah, it's pretty much only prosperity, and you know, let's actually reset that. So let's reduce this, increase that. That does take into account all of these things. And then for public health, that is over here. And beneath is actually fine. I don't think we need to spend too much on public health here. So yeah, no increase here. And tourism and special events, that all seems to be more or less okay. But subsidies might be okay in yeah, you know what, let's increase that. Okay, we're going to confirm these changes. We're still going to earn quite a bit of money here. So that is going to be alright. What's going on over here? Okay, you are resident. What's going on with you? Why are you looking like that? You're 25% approval, but you are relatively high on the approval. Okay, I'm guessing both of these things are an encampment that we can destroy. We're gonna see. We're gonna see. Let's move up, everyone. Okay, I think everyone has moved. We don't have that much more money, so I'm actually gonna move these guys up here faster.
Excellency.
And I'm gonna shift you towards over there. Because I'm guessing that that is where you need to be.
On our way.
Right, let's send you a little bit faster.
Excellency.
And you. It's only a little bit, but I think it will help in clearing these things out a little bit faster. Right, ooh, another report. This one not so great, obviously. So either reduction in health access or in environmental quality. Well, both of these are pretty bad. Let's go for the environmental quality. We did just spend a little bit more on that, so maybe that is going to be helpful. But we don't know. Right, there's the camp. You guys are traveling. That's lovely to see. Are you traveling over here, though?
On our way. On our way.
What's up with you? Spectrum auction? Okay, you did that. That's nice. Conservative approval. Now, I think someone wants to increase that, actually. So, let's not do that. Liberal approval would go down. Prosperity would go down. That's not great at all. Rural internet access. You know what? Rural approval, that might be something that we need down the road. So let's actually do that. I don't think we want to spend too much money here. And let's briefly check on the traffic lens. Now that still seems to be okay-ish, at least. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and say that that is going to be fine. No, there's no traffic congestion, so you know what? I think that's going to be alright. Yeah, let's try to get rid of that thing over there. We're going to expedite you. We're going to expedite you. And in fact, we're going to expedite you. Nope, that's not what I meant. I meant for all of you guys to move up and try to get rid of that camp.
On our way.
It's still going to take some while here for these guys to get there. Do we need to change anything else? Maybe in citizenship? Legal, closed borders? No, I think this is going to be alright. Percentage approval? No, I don't think we can afford that. Non-aligned, we couldn't help out any of these guys, but I think conservative approval is going to be helpful. International agenda, okay, international security and conservatives, liberals, legal, or climate change. No, I think all of these guys are fine. This is still very good assessment here, I think. Supernotes do give us a lot of money, but don't think we need to increase any of these limits. Regressive tax system. Could go for proportionate, but again, I think we have a task here to help the conservatives in Sabah. Can we do anything specifically to increase the conservatives here? We are going to improve the environment here. We are going to increase the prosperity here. But I don't think there's anything that we can directly do to help you out. Which one is Sabah? Sabah is this one. You know what? We could actually click on these guys here. So you, for example, are conservative. I can't afford where I live. You guys are also conservative. International reputation? Not permitted to own my home. Well, I'm sorry about that. Ooh, also look at this. We are currently, for the first time here, I think, seeing some use of processed foods in our economy. You know what? I think we actually have... We are exporting foods, but we are not exporting processed foods. So let's call our buddies here and see whether we can actually sell you some processed foods. Yeah, you know what? That is going to be quite a lot of money here. And it is going to make you a little bit more friendly, so that's lovely. That's probably a huge improvement here. That does probably mean we want to take another review here at the budget and somewhat increase all of these things here to at least 2 funding, because I think it's just going to be the best marginal call we can make, because this seems to go up somewhat exponentially, quadratically, something like that. So I think that is going to be useful. And since we are earning that much money, I think we can actually dial up conservation here in at least the heavily affected provinces, like such. Yeah, let's confirm these changes. And that is basically all that we can do. So let's go to the next turn over here. Ooh, not great. Liberal approval or public safety, and increase in public safety here. I want to prohibit the private ownership of 3D printers here. All citizens in... Which province exactly is that? Oh, the one down there. Yeah. Well, you should be okay actually. Your provincial approval is okay, and your prosperity I think is increasing over time. So that should be helpful.
Excellency.
Right, let's have you guys move. All of you. Right, and I'm going to expedite you.
Excellency.
And you. And see what we can do here.
Excellency.
Might not be
Excellency.
the most efficient,
On
but
our
let's
way.
see. Okay, right. We've dealt with you guys. How about our exports here? We are doing fine. I would like to use that bauxite mine at some time, but for now I think it's okay. I'm slightly concerned about the plastics factory here, which is this one, right? Why are you only producing 65? I think you could be producing more, right? You could be producing 100, but you're only getting 65 oil. We might need to produce more oil over here. You know what? Let's do it. Let's keep on building up our economy here. There we go. And then you do need a road too. Yeah, let's see whether that does anything for us. I think it could increase that by a lot. An American destroyer positioned in the Gulf has been conducting anti-piracy. Yeah, I'm gonna tell them off because I don't want to lose loyalty with our own guys. You want more stuff there? We can go for the recon training. Don't think it does. There's anything speaking against that. Conscription might be useful. Chemical weapons, no. Psychological warfare? No, I don't think so. Ground-based? I'm not convinced about any of these. Centrifuges? Rule of law? Decrease that? No. We worked hard to actually increase that. Time travel, that does seem to be somewhat out of our way for now. So, and you know what, let's try to go for the forced relocation here. It might be useful in the long run. Right, and then let's try to attack over here. Can you just defeat it like that? Oh, you can. Well, then we wouldn't not have needed all of these units here, obviously. But I still think there was something down here, right? So what about our intel officer? You can't do anything specifically that does detect these guys, can you? I don't see any of that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to send you down here. So let's see whether we can visit that city, find out whether anything is going on there, and that should be okay. You guys can sort of park yourself around the capital here, and we're going to find out, and you guys again can go all the way to Chadir, and we're going to find out there. But that being said, that is, I think, a great success here with the first truck that we have defeated. I'm guessing the road over here does need to be upgraded, and I think that doesn't cost anything. So hopefully that should increase traffic flow throughput there a little bit. And how's our money actually looking? So if we go to budget, yeah, plus 40, and I think that is largely due to the fact that we are now producing more oil here, which means more plastics, which means more processed foods, which is lovely. We do need a little bit more food, I think, though. So just flat out food production. But you know what, guys? That is going to have to wait until next time. So thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Do leave a like and everything, and hope to see you around next time. Bye-bye.